Well, hello everyone. Thank you for signing on and joining me for Simple Sunday. My name is Anissa and I'm with Stampin' with Anissa, and I come on every Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to show you a simple card. So I hope you just take the time to relax or craft with me as I take you through a process of creating a special card with me. So without further ado, I will get to it. I'm going to be showing you um, a card using one of the last chance products that are being advertised, and this will retire. So you will not see this again. I love this stamp set. I haven't created anything with it yet, so I really wanted to do something with it since I know that it's going to be gone. So today I did a lot of purging, because with the new catalogs coming out, I wanted to make sure I like, out with the old and in with the new kind of thing. So, anyways, this was one, and I thought it would be a great time to show you a card that I made using this stamp set. So, let me go ahead and um, switch sides here. Okay, so here is the stamp set that we are going to be using. Let me take off that little thing here. Hold on a second. There we go. So this is the stamp set that we are going to, I can't make it straight. There we go. To use to create this. It's so pretty and it's super simple, right? Ink, paper, and a stamp set, right? Well, actually, okay. I use the die to create the border. There's a little bit of stitch. Can you see that? And I think it's called the layered stitch rectangles. But you don't have to do that. You can just cut it. You can just use um, your, paper trimmer to just cut it into a rectangular shape, right? So, and that's not a big deal. That rectangle shape is 3 by 4.5, right? So as long as you've got those dimensions, you can easily just create this. But I use the die. I use this rectangle, and this is actually the 3 by 4.5. Okay, and like I said, you don't need to use that. But anyways, this is what we're gonna make. Oh, and I don't know if you could tell, but on our tushy, there's like little embellishments. So I put those little beads on as like rivets. So I thought those were cute. But I mean, you don't have to. It could just be super simple, no embellishments. And so this is a belly band, right? Take it out like that, and voila! Right? Isn't that cute? It says, "Hey, how are things growing?" I love that. So cute. And if you don't know me, or if you don't know, I love plants. You can't see it, but I have a lot of plants. Let me just show you. Let me show you one. Okay, here's one of my plants. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a ton of plants. Here's one. I have many, many more. I have many more plants. I have this little plant, this little guy. You can't see it, but yeah. Um, yeah, I love plants. Oops, I got some dirt here. So I thought it would be so fitting. That's one of the reasons why I got it. Also, it's really cute. So let's begin. Okay, this is Night of Navy. Now remember, this is the last chance product, so it will no longer be here. So what I did was I took 8.5 by 11. Okay, problems here. Okay, it took an 8.5 by 11 paper cardstock, and then I cut it this way, right? Okay, I cut it like so. I'm not gonna cut another one, but cut it right here, right? Cut right in half. So ends up being 8.5 by 5.5. And so, whoops. Now I'm gonna score. Oh, hello. Sorry, that was my water. So I'm gonna score it on each side, at 2 1/4. So not 2 1/4, 2 and then 2 1/8. Sorry, 2 1/8. So I'm going to score it here. And I'm going to take it to the other side. And I'm going to score it again at 2 1/8. You know, before I started with Stampin' Up, I never paid attention with measurements. 2 1/2, 2 1/4, 2 1/8, 2 1/16, right? Whatever. I did not do that. But you know, doing Stampin' Up, you have to. You have to like be able to have measurements. So I'm gonna take my bone folder now and give it a good clean swipe here, making the edges nice and crisp. You know, you don't have to use this. I mean, you can use anything that you have that's hard. Anything, right? A ruler even. So there's that. Okay. So I did the base. Now I also went ahead and I just took a scrap piece of paper, right? And I put my die. So this one, like I told you, is a die. And it gives you a nice stitch. I don't know if you could see it, but if you can't, I promise you that this creates a stitch. And otherwise, you could just cut it at 3 4 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to put this close by. I'm going to create her jeans. So I went ahead and took her jeans, and I used Night of Navy. She's going to be classic jeans, dark jeans, not your stonewashed or stuff like that. Okay, so what I did was I sort of put it over here a little bit because there's going to be a plant on this side. So I went ahead and, oops, let me. It's nice to have this grid-like platform so I could see, and it's going to go like this. Ta-da! Okay, so there's that. And now we're going to take her shirt. Oops, where's her shirt? You know, and here's the thing about stamping. It's like you can use so many colors. And you know, there's new colors that are going to be coming in. And I don't know if you knew, but like in the past couple of weeks ago, I went ahead and pulled out all the colors that are being discontinued. So sad. But I like the new colors that are coming in. And then there's some colors from the past that were coming back. Okay, so that was Night of Navy. And now I'm going to go ahead and use Cajun Craze for the shirt. Yeah, so, and you know what? Lo and behold, I still had some of them, so I don't have to get more. Oh, I just realized I really have her scooted over, so that we're going to have to do some improvising here of some stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and sort of, sorry if my head's in the way. I'm just trying to eyeball this and make sure I got this. Okay, there we go. Beautiful, right? I love it. Okay, put away the Night of Navy. You know, when you stamp a lot, you know, I don't know about you, but I went to the store and it had like Night of Navy, Cajun Craze. It was crazy. People probably think I'm just a dirty person. So there's that. And now let's see here. Let's do what's next. Okay, so on the side here we have a cactus, but you know, I went so far over. I don't know if I could put both of them here. Hold on a second. Let me see. I'm missing. I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to, let's see what we got here. Oh, here it is. Couldn't find it. I thought maybe I had lost it. we will take this. Let's see how this goes. So if it goes here like this, let me see. Oh yeah, I really scooted it over too much. Let me see what happens if I flip it around. You could do that. I could flip it around and do this all over again. You know what? What the heck? Nah, I'm not. Because the stitching, what happens when you stitch it, it creates the stitch, but it's really on one side. It isn't. You know what? I'm just going to improvise. Let's just do something a little different, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and take, yeah, we are going to improvise. I think we're going to use gray granite for this one here. Okay, so we're going to put gray granite right here on the side. Okay, so there's that. Okay. And now, close that up. Another thing that we do is we're going to go ahead and take this and take basic gray, and we're going to stamp this little pot right here off to the side. Okay, that here. Okay. Now for this little pot, I used my paper snips and I cut it away, right? And I have this little guy right there. Okay, so what's going to happen is, because like I said, look what happened here. I had her sort of in the middle, and then this one here was off to the side, that one was there. But you know what? I don't think I can fit this little guy right here. It looked like too smushed. So I'm thinking we could put the little guy right there. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's do it. Let's just do it, okay? Let's see what happens. Okay. We're live, and so things like this, you just got to do it, right? So I'm going to take her little feet. Actually, these are little, like her heels or something. You just have to make sure when you put it down, it's going to, yeah, it's the back of her heels. Crazy. And you know what? I used Cajun Craze for the back of her heels. So we're going to do that again. Use it for her shoes because she's stylish. I can't talk. There you go. Right? So cute. Can't take it. Cannot take it. Okay. So then, oh, you know what? I colored her shoes and her bag Cajun Craze, but I used, not that one. I used watercolor. I love watercolors. I would prefer to use watercolor over a blend just because I just love the look of a watercolor. Okay, so I think I want to water it down a lot. So these are one of the like little, whoops, that's another thing. The tip, I am, okay, hold on, it's just not, okay, there we go, much better. Had to give a lot more water to like press it. So I love watercolors so much. I love to watercolor. It is very, so here is the strap. I don't want it to be too dark, so I'm gonna water it down even more and just give it a nice little You know, I am a fan of the old brushes myself. I feel like I have a harder time with these brushes and I don't know why. And then I colored her shoes. Okay, and the more I use it, right, the less dark it becomes, the lighter it becomes. So I'm gonna, this is a terracotta pot. So I'm just gonna use Cajun Craziness. Right, and I don't know about you guys, but like when I'm coloring, I'm like super quiet a lot of times just because it's meditative. I think I've said that before. I just love just coloring in my own space and time. And, you know, when I started this, I needed to find a creative outlet because, you know, just life and work in general is just sort of overwhelming at times. And so this really just helps you feel good, you know? So, anyways, we did that, right? And so now we are going to do, where's her hair? Yeah, let's go do her hair. Well, the last one I did, she had long brown hair, right? Well, guess what? I think we should do this black hair on her. I love it. I love it. I like how this is working out. Right? We will put her hair on here. Let's see how this works. It's gonna go like that. I don't want it to go too high. Actually, if I do that, it's gonna go way too high, and I didn't account for that. So we're gonna stick with the brown. Okay. The long hair. So there's that. And we're going to do early espresso for her hair. Okay, so here you go. This is early espresso. Tap, tap, tap. Find where her hair will be. And just sort of plop it down. There we go. Beautiful, right? Okay, so that is her. Uh-oh, there's something brown on here. Okay, here, fell off. So that was that. And we are going to now do, let's see. You know, I have been having problems with the video. And I don't know, I think it's because it's my, I was just using my iPad and something else and it was not working. So I happened to actually start using my whatchamacallit, my laptop. And it's actually working a lot better than I thought. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me make sure I got the pieces here right. We're gonna do this. Is this everything? I gotta make sure like I'm using the right stuff. Okay, yes. Okay, we will use that. Okay, so for this one, we have those, it's called a snake plant, right? And I use Mossy Meadow for that. So I use Mossy Meadow for the snake plant. We have some snake plants, which I love them. They're very nice. My mom actually gave us a couple of snake plants, and it was I really liked them. Okay, I just have to remember what goes first because get a little tricky here. Okay, yeah, this one goes first. So I'm going to put this like so. And I just realized, guess what? It's going to hit our elbow. So when a stamp actually is going to hit something like that, you can actually create this. So what I do is I take a pencil and I sort of trace it. Oh, I can't see that one very well, so let me take a yellow one because you can see right through the yellow post-it. You take a yellow post-it or something that you can see through, okay, and you sort of put it right here, and then you trace it. Trace where the stamp is going to go to, right? You want to trace that area. Okay, so now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut like this little area. Okay, and what that's going to do is create a mask so that the ink will not touch it. It will only touch the paper that you're using to block it. Okay, so this is going to go like right around here. Okay, I don't know if you could see it, but I blocked her elbow. Let me show you. So I'm going to put the snake plant right here, but see her elbow's there. So I created this little mask and I'm going to put it right there and it's going to cover her elbow. Okay, so that when I do my stamping, I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put this like so. Okay, it's going to keep it in place. So now, okay, so now when I stamp, okay, and stamp like this. Sorry for my head. So there's that. I thought I was going to hit it. I guess not. And then, oops, and stamp the other part. So the snake plant comes in two different parts. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. So there you go. And it went a little bit on her shoulder, but I used this little thing and it didn't touch. So isn't that cool? Yeah, it's called masking. So yeah, that's how you do that. So anyways, no problem. Let's close this up. Now we will go ahead and put the little pot with the cactus. So before I put the pot down, since it's going to be elevated by a dimensional, I will go ahead and stamp my little cactus first. My little cactus is right. Oh, my goodness. I'm just not. I tried to get everything onto a little block, but I didn't get to do it. So let's see. Oh, we'll take this off. Just like so. Okay, I'm going to use, this is garden green, right? Yeah, garden green. I'm going to tap, tap, tap it. Now I'm going to put this pot somewhere around here. Okay, somewhere around there. So I'm going to eyeball it and I'm going to use a pencil, just sort of mark it. So I like right around, you know, I'm going to put it a little bit lower, put it down here. Okay, and I'm using that pencil as a way to mark it. Okay, now so now I'm looking down and I'm like, I think it's going to go into the plant over here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take a Post-it and I'm going to mask that too. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see where I'm going to put it right here. So right around here is where I'm going to have to mask. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thing and go like this. I'm tracing the edge of where I don't want, where I don't want my stamp to leave a mark. So I'm just going to roughly do that, line that up together. Okay, there you go. Tap, 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 because I'm sure some of the ink is gone. Line it up in that little line that I created, and I'm going to stamp that on like so. Now, went a little bit on the little post-it, so I'm going to like gently pull that off. So cool, right? Doesn't touch your picture. And now I'm going to take a dimensional. These are dimensionals. One of the adhesives that Stampin' Up makes. Call them dimensionals. I'm going to flip it over. Use my tweezers. This is not a Stampin' Up tool, but there are other things you can use, but I really love my tweezers. And now I'm going to go ahead and put my pot right next to them. Okay, now I wanted to create like she's standing on something, right? So what I did was I took some, like I said, I like watercolors. So I took some of the espresso, early espresso, and I watered it down. Okay, watered it down a lot. And then I took a sample, scrap, sort of until it was like really diluted. Really, really diluted. It's not diluting. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I'm going to take some, and I'm going to, just so that it looks like I've got like some flooring that she's standing on or something. Okay. Okay. There we go. So this is a basic white paper. This is not the watercolor paper. This kind of paper, sometimes if you put too much water, it'll pill. And if you do it, you'll know what pill means. It's sort of like, I don't know, it just sort of starts to raise a little bit, and then it starts, like the paper gets a little rough and looks like it's gonna lift. But anyways, we just did it a little bit. Okay, so there you have it. There's our lady. So pretty, right? I love that. Okay, so here's the base. Let's go back to that. I cut this out, which is going to go inside. This is where you write your sentiments and things like that. And this is cut at 5.5 by 4 inches. And I'm going to take some liquid glue because I love my liquid glue. And I'm just going to put it like this. And put it on right here. There you go. Great. Now, I could have stamped on it first before gluing it. Yeah, I could have done that, but I didn't. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to use Night of Navy. Here. Okay. I'm going to use, oh, no, that's Early Espresso. Hold on a second. You know, I hate when that happens. Oh, here it is. I'm all discombobulated. I should put things in one place, then I won't get confused. So here's the sentiment, and it says, "Hey, how are things growing?" Right? I'm gonna put the sorry from the top of my head, and I'm gonna stamp that in here. Beautiful. Okay. And now I'm going to put the little plant on the side, which is, forgot what these are called, but I like these plants. They're very hard for me to grow. I have a tendency to kill them. But, you know, this is ink. I'm not going to let it die. It's going to be alive. It's going to be alive forever. As long as a person is has a card, it'll be alive. Okay, so what I did was, so you stamp it on Mossy Meadow, right? And so with this one, I didn't stamp off. I wanted the sentiment to be darker. On this one, I don't want it to be as dark. It's like it's just a little accent. So I stamp it off first and get it all off of the, not all of it, just some of it. And I'm gonna stamp it right here on the side. And it's just gonna be a light image. So there you go, right? So pretty. And I'm going to close this up. That's what the card's going to look like. This is easy. I swear. This is just ink, right? Paper and stamp set. So this is called a belly band. This is measures at 3 1/4 by 7 1/4. So am I right? Yeah. 3 1/4 by 7 1/4. So I'm going to take this card and then put it in the middle. This is so that the belly band can go up and down. And now I'm going to go ahead and fold it like so. Okay. That's so I know it's going to slide up and down. And now I'm going to take my lovely lady here and I'm going to go ahead and put her on. So I'm going to take out the card now that I've got it folded. Okay. And now that I know where she's going to go, I'm going to take glue on the edges of this. It's not completely touching, and that's okay. I'm going to put it there on the sides. Now, you could use liquid glue. You sort of have to hold it for a while before you put it, and I should have probably done that, but oh well. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Right? Now I'm going to... Oh. Sorry. Hold on. That was funny. Why did that do that? Oh, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down like so. Put it in the middle. Okay. And got it. I'm going to hold it down for a little bit. Okay. Now, technically, I'm supposed to wait. And notice on the back side, when I look in the middle, there's a little bit of glue here. So, hopefully, because it smeared it when I was putting it on. That's one thing you have to worry about. So see, there's some glue that smeared over. So I don't want it to stick. How am I going to do this? I don't want it to stick on there. So you know what I'm going to do? We're just going to let it, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use some of this. And you're going to see what I'm going to do because hopefully this solves a problem. I'm going to take some of this double-sided tape and I'm going to like put it in the area where that one strip of glue is. Okay. And I'm going to rip it off. I'm not going to take it off. I'm just going to leave it like so. So now that glue won't touch the card when we slide it on. Okay. I'm just trying to problem solve here. Okay, so now hold this down. Okay, now we're going to slide the card in the belly band. Okay, here we go. And now I don't want to, because we just glued it on, so I'm going to be very careful. And guess what? We did it. There you go. I'm not going to put the little embellishments, but we can. So here's the both lays. You see what I did by improvising? This one had it on both sides, and this one, because I made her go too far on the right, I had to put both of them on this side. But they still look good, right? I like them. Anyways, if you wanted, you could put the embellishments. These are rustic metallic adhesive back adhesive back dots, and I took the smaller, teenier ones, and I put them as rivets on our jeans. We don't have to do that. I did that for this one, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Keep it simple, right? Keep it so simple. And there you have it. So glad that you came on. I hope you enjoyed what I showed you guys. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and then click subscribe if you want to be notified for more of these live events. I come on every Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to show you a simple project. And here you have it, this lovely card using one of the Last Chance products. It's going away, right? It's called Way to Grow. So if you like it, just click on my store and go ahead and purchase it. And you know, if you purchase $35 or more, I will give you these two cards and I'll give you the contents to make another one. Now it's just going to be a base. You're going to have to purchase this on your own, the stamp set, so that you could recreate it, or you could use any stamp set really if you want. So anyways, you have a great evening, and oh yeah, and I'll see you next Sunday. Thanks a lot. Bye.